Seneca once said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." This wisdom applies not only to how you handle your own desires, but also to how you manage the expectations of others, especially in relationships. If she's asking you for money and you feel stuck between wanting to say no and not wanting to lose her interest, this video will show you how to navigate that with confidence and class. By the end of this episode, you'll have 7 Stoic-inspired strategies to handle these situations without compromising your integrity or your relationship. Watch till the end to master this rare skill, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your own experiences in the comments. Let's dive in. Chapter 1: Why Women Ask for Money. To understand how to say no effectively, it's important to first delve into why women might ask for money. Often, these requests are less about the money itself and more about what it symbolizes: security, support, or even a subtle way of testing your willingness to invest in her. For some women, financial support represents care and commitment, especially if they associate money with stability or affection based on past experiences or cultural norms. In many cases, men unknowingly set this expectation early on. By flaunting their financial status, whether through extravagant dates, lavish gifts, or frequent conversations about their income, they may unintentionally signal that money is a primary way they express affection or demonstrate value in a relationship. This dynamic can create a foundation where financial support becomes expected, even if that wasn't the original intention. But it's not just about her expectations, it's also about the signals you've sent. As the Stoics teach, every action we take sends a message, whether we realize it or not. If you've been projecting an image of financial abundance and ease, it's only natural for her to perceive financial support as part of the relationship dynamic. The challenge lies in understanding how to shift these perceptions without damaging the bond you share. Marcus Aurelius wisely observed, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This principle is crucial here. Reclaiming control begins with introspection, recognizing how your actions and behaviors may have contributed to her request. It's not about assigning blame, but understanding the factors that have shaped her perspective and expectations. For example, think about how you've handled money in the relationship so far. Have you positioned yourself as someone who enjoys being the provider? Have you made comments or gestures that suggest financial generosity is your love language? If so, her request might not be unreasonable from her point of view. It might simply align with the role you've unintentionally embraced. Understanding the root cause of her request allows you to address it with empathy and clarity. If she sees money as a source of security, you can find other ways to provide reassurance without reaching for your wallet. If it's a test of your commitment, you can communicate your dedication in non-material ways. The key is to identify what's driving her behavior and respond in a manner that aligns with your values. Moreover, it's important to recognize that financial requests can sometimes stem from deeper emotional needs. She might be seeking validation, a sense of partnership, or reassurance that you'll support her in difficult times. By addressing these underlying needs, you can redefine the dynamic in a way that fosters mutual respect and understanding. As you navigate these situations, remember the Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control. You can't control her perception of money or her reasons for asking, but you can control how you respond. By staying grounded and thoughtful, you can set boundaries while still maintaining a healthy and respectful relationship. Ultimately, saying no doesn't have to be about denying her needs. It can be about guiding her toward a more balanced and sustainable dynamic. When you understand why she's asking for money, you can address the root cause of her request and foster a relationship built on mutual trust, respect, and independence. Chapter 2: Suggest alternative ways to make money. Instead of simply declining her request outright, take the opportunity to empower her with alternative ways to achieve financial independence. Approach the situation as a chance to uplift her and encourage personal growth. Offer actionable suggestions that align with her interests, skills, and long-term goals. This might include exploring potential side hustles, recommending online courses or certifications for career advancement, or brainstorming creative and innovative solutions to generate income. By doing so, you not only avoid fostering dependency, but also demonstrate genuine care for her well-being and future success. Suggesting alternatives can open doors she might not have considered before. For instance, if she has a knack for crafting, suggest setting up an online shop to sell handmade items or starting a YouTube channel to showcase her skills. If she's skilled at writing or graphic design, encourage her to explore freelancing platforms or content creation opportunities. Tailor your suggestions to her unique strengths and passions, making it easier for her to visualize a realistic and achievable path forward. The goal isn't to overwhelm her with possibilities, but to inspire her to recognize her potential. Help her see that her own capabilities and determination are the keys to unlocking a brighter financial future. This approach not only helps her gain independence, but also fosters mutual respect and strengthens your relationship. By framing your response as supportive rather than dismissive, you demonstrate that you're invested in her personal growth. Instead of simply saying no, you're taking the time to guide her towards solutions that empower her. This shift in focus from providing immediate help to offering long-term guidance helps establish a deeper, more meaningful connection. A relationship grounded in empowerment and mutual respect is far more fulfilling and sustainable than one based on dependency or obligation. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely advised, don't explain your philosophy. Embody it. By embodying a mindset of self-reliance, resilience, and creative problem-solving, you set an example that she can follow. Your actions and demeanor send a powerful message about the importance of independence and adaptability. When she sees you embracing challenges with confidence and composure, she's more likely to adopt a similar mindset, creating a ripple effect that benefits both of you. Moreover, suggesting alternatives benefits you both in the long term. It not only helps her achieve financial independence, but also reduces the pressure on you to consistently provide financial support. By guiding her towards self-sufficiency, you create a balanced dynamic in your relationship. This balance fosters a partnership built on mutual support and shared growth rather than one-sided reliance. It encourages both of you to thrive individually while strengthening your bond as a couple. It's important to emphasize that inspiring self-reliance doesn't mean abandoning her during tough times. On the contrary, it's about being her ally and cheerleader while helping her harness her strengths. It's about showing her that she's capable of navigating life's challenges and finding creative solutions to overcome obstacles. This empowering perspective builds her confidence and equips her to face future hurdles with determination and optimism. Ultimately, this approach reflects a deep sense of care and love. Encouraging her to take charge of her financial situation isn't about withholding support, it's about offering her the tools and encouragement to thrive on her own terms. By suggesting alternative ways to make money, you're helping her build a future where she can stand tall, confident, and independent. This kind of support not only uplifts her, but also leaves a lasting impact on her life and your relationship. Chapter 3. Ask for time to think about it. When faced with a financial request, your immediate reaction can define the tone of the entire conversation. Instead of rushing into a decision or feeling compelled to respond instantly, take a step back. Say something like, "Let me think about it for 24 hours." This simple phrase serves multiple purposes. It buys you time to assess the situation, diffuses any immediate pressure, and communicates that you prioritize thoughtful decision-making. This pause allows you to evaluate the context of her request. Is it a genuine need, or does it seem excessive? Are there patterns of financial dependency forming, or is this an isolated incident? Taking the time to think ensures that your response aligns with your values and boundaries, rather than being driven by guilt or obligation. The Stoics placed a strong emphasis on measured responses. Seneca wisely noted, "Delay is the remedy for anger." In this case, delay becomes the remedy for the pressure and emotional weight that often accompany financial requests. By refusing to act impulsively, you are embodying the Stoic principle of rationality, an essential trait for maintaining balance and integrity in any relationship. This approach also demonstrates self-respect and confidence. A man who takes the time to consider his decisions shows that he values his resources, be they financial, emotional, or mental. It communicates that you are not someone who can be rushed or manipulated, which only increases her respect for you. Women appreciate men who are deliberate and thoughtful because it signals maturity and strength of character. Taking time to think about her request can also help you separate her true intentions from the emotional undertones of the situation. If she respects your need for time and doesn't push for an immediate answer, it's a positive sign of her understanding and respect for your boundaries. Conversely, if she reacts negatively or tries to guilt-trip you, it could indicate deeper issues that need addressing. Moreover, this tactic allows you to explore alternative solutions during the pause. Instead of simply agreeing or declining, you can consider whether there's a middle ground that aligns with your principles. For example, if she needs financial help for a specific issue, could you guide her toward a resource or solution that empowers her rather than fostering dependency? This approach not only protects your boundaries, but also contributes to a healthier dynamic in the relationship. The act of delaying also aligns with the Stoic principle of emotional control. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. By taking time to think, you're exercising control over your response, refusing to let external circumstances dictate your actions. This deliberate approach not only benefits you, but also sets a positive example for her, encouraging patience and thoughtfulness. Practically speaking, asking for time to think about her request gives you the opportunity to consult trusted sources or seek advice if needed. Whether it's a close friend, a financial advisor, or simply your own reflections, this pause ensures that you're making an informed decision. It also prevents you from acting under pressure, which can often lead to regret or resentment later. From her perspective, your decision to take time before responding can enhance her view of you as a partner. It shows that you're not impulsive or easily swayed, but rather someone who approaches challenges with care and intention. This quality is not only attractive, but also essential for building trust and respect in the relationship. A man who values thoughtful decision-making inspires confidence in his ability to handle more significant challenges down the line. Additionally, this strategy can deepen the communication between you. When you come back with a considered response, it opens the door for a meaningful conversation about boundaries, expectations, and values. For instance, if you decide to decline her request, you can explain your reasoning in a way that fosters understanding rather than conflict. This level of transparency strengthens the foundation of your relationship, showing her that you're honest and principled. It's also important to recognize that taking time to think isn't just about the financial request, it's a broader statement about how you approach life. The Stoics valued reflection and foresight, and by practicing these principles, you are demonstrating a commitment to living with purpose and integrity. This approach not only benefits your relationship, but also reinforces your own sense of self-respect and agency. Ultimately, asking for time to think is a small but powerful move. It allows you to maintain control over your decisions, protect your boundaries, and demonstrate qualities like patience and thoughtfulness. It's a tactic that aligns with both Stoic philosophy and practical wisdom, ensuring that your actions are guided by reason rather than emotion. In the long run, this habit of pausing and reflecting will serve you well in all areas of life, not just relationships. It cultivates discipline, strengthens your decision-making skills, and reinforces your commitment to living authentically. And in the context of a romantic relationship, it shows her that you're a man of depth and principle, someone worth respecting and admiring. By mastering this skill, you not only navigate financial requests with grace, but also lay the groundwork for a relationship built on trust, understanding, and mutual respect. Chapter 4. Offer help in different ways. Saying no to a direct financial request doesn't have to mean refusing assistance altogether. Instead, consider redirecting the request by offering help in alternative forms. This approach not only respects your financial boundaries, but also demonstrates your commitment to her well-being in a thoughtful and practical manner. By addressing her needs without directly giving money, you maintain control over the situation while showing care and support. For example, if she needs money for transportation, you could offer to drive her to her destination or help her find more affordable travel options. This solution not only meets her immediate need, but also strengthens the bond between you by showing that you're willing to invest your time and effort. Similarly, if she's struggling to pay an unexpected bill, you could assist her in researching payment plans, negotiating with service providers, or even identifying financial assistance programs. These actions demonstrate genuine concern and problem-solving skills, which are far more meaningful than simply handing over cash. The Stoics placed great importance on practical wisdom, or phronesis, the ability to apply virtuous principles to real-life challenges. By offering help in ways that align with your values and boundaries, you're embodying this philosophy. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. D1. In this context, being a good man means finding balanced solutions that address her needs while preserving your integrity. Offering non-monetary assistance also sends a clear message about the type of relationship you're building. It shows that you value her as a person and are invested in her growth and well-being, rather than simply providing financial support. This dynamic fosters mutual respect and equality, ensuring that the relationship isn't reduced to a transactional exchange. Moreover, this approach encourages resourcefulness and self-reliance. By helping her explore alternative solutions, you're empowering her to take charge of her circumstances and develop her problem-solving skills. For instance, if she's facing a financial shortfall, you could suggest ways for her to increase her income, such as freelancing, selling unused items, or taking on a side job. This not only addresses the immediate issue, but also equips her with tools to handle similar challenges in the future. It's important to communicate your offer of help with empathy and understanding. Avoid making her feel judged or inadequate for needing assistance. Instead, frame your actions as a way of supporting her in a more sustainable and meaningful way. For example, you might say, "I understand this is a tough situation, and I want to help you find a solution that works. Let's look at some options together." This approach shows that you're on her side and genuinely care about her well-being. The Stoics believed in the importance of acting virtuously in every situation. Epictetus said, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By choosing to offer help in alternative ways, you're reacting to her request with integrity and thoughtfulness. You're addressing the underlying issue without compromising your principles or enabling dependency. Additionally, this approach allows you to set a positive example. By showing her how to navigate challenges creatively and responsibly, you're demonstrating the value of resilience and adaptability. These qualities are not only essential for personal growth, but also strengthen the foundation of your relationship. A partner who sees you as a source of guidance and inspiration will likely appreciate your efforts and respect your boundaries. Offering help in different ways can also deepen your connection by creating opportunities for collaboration and teamwork. Working together to solve a problem fosters a sense of partnership and shared purpose. For instance, if she's struggling with budgeting, you could help her create a financial plan or find tools to manage her expenses more effectively. These shared experiences build trust and strengthen your bond, showing that you're genuinely invested in her success. It's worth noting that this approach also serves as a litmus test for the relationship. How she responds to your alternative solutions can reveal important insights about her character and intentions. A woman who truly values the relationship will appreciate your efforts and recognize that your actions come from a place of care and respect. On the other hand, if she reacts negatively or insists on receiving money, it may indicate a deeper issue, such as a lack of appreciation for your boundaries or an overly materialistic mindset. Ultimately, offering help in different ways is about balancing compassion with self-respect. It's about showing that you're willing to support her without compromising your values or enabling unhealthy dynamics. By approaching the situation with empathy and practical wisdom, you're not only addressing her immediate needs, but also fostering a relationship built on trust, mutual respect, and shared growth. This approach aligns perfectly with Stoic principles, which emphasize the importance of acting virtuously and maintaining balance in all aspects of life. By embodying these values, you demonstrate that you're a thoughtful and dependable partner who prioritizes integrity and meaningful connection over superficial solutions. And in doing so, you strengthen the foundation of your relationship, ensuring that it's based on genuine care and mutual support rather than financial dependency. Chapter 5. Consider selling personal items. Helping someone navigate a financial challenge doesn't always mean offering direct monetary assistance. Encouraging resourcefulness, such as selling unnecessary personal items, can empower her to address her needs while fostering a sense of responsibility and independence. This approach not only resolves immediate issues, but also strengthens her problem-solving skills for future situations, making her more self-reliant and resilient. Start by gently suggesting that she assess her belongings for items she no longer uses or values. For example, she may have clothes, electronics, or furniture that could be sold online or at a local marketplace. The idea isn't about assigning blame or dismissing her concerns, but rather presenting a practical, proactive solution. You might say, "I know this situation is tough, but sometimes letting go of things we no longer need can create unexpected opportunities. Maybe there are a few things you could part with to ease the financial strain." This suggestion demonstrates your willingness to help while also promoting a sense of empowerment. It shifts the focus from dependence to resourcefulness, encouraging her to take ownership of her circumstances. This approach aligns with Stoic philosophy, which emphasizes self-control, independence, and finding strength within oneself. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking." By encouraging her to take charge of her resources, you help her tap into her inner resilience and creativity. Moreover, this strategy creates an opportunity for meaningful self-reflection. As she evaluates her possessions, she may discover items that no longer align with her values or bring her joy. This process of decluttering can be cathartic, helping her let go of the past and focus on what truly matters. It's not just about selling items for cash, it's about creating space for new possibilities and a fresh perspective on life. Your role in this process is to offer support and encouragement, not to dictate or pressure her. Show understanding and empathy as she navigates these decisions. For example, if she feels sentimental about certain items, acknowledge her feelings and help her weigh the practical benefits of selling them versus keeping them. This balanced approach demonstrates that you care about her well-being beyond the immediate financial issue. It's also important to frame this solution as a step toward independence rather than a desperate measure. Highlight the empowering aspect of taking control over her situation. For instance, you could say, selling some items might not solve everything, but it's a proactive step toward managing this challenge. It shows that you're resourceful and capable of handling tough situations. This reinforces the idea that she has the power to shape her circumstances and doesn't need to rely solely on external help. The Stoics taught that adversity can be a powerful teacher. Epictetus said, "Difficulties show a person's character." By facing financial difficulties head-on and finding creative solutions, she's building her character and developing the skills to overcome future challenges. Your role is to guide and support her through this process, showing that you value her strength and independence. This approach also sets a tone of equality in your relationship. Instead of positioning yourself as a provider or rescuer, you're encouraging her to take responsibility and contribute to the solution. This dynamic fosters mutual respect and balance, ensuring that neither partner feels overburdened or taken for granted. Additionally, selling personal items can be an eye-opening experience that reinforces the Stoic principle of focusing on what truly matters. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the impermanence of material possessions, emphasizing that true contentment comes from within. Encouraging her to part with unnecessary belongings aligns with this philosophy, helping her find fulfillment beyond material wealth. In some cases, the process of selling items might lead to unexpected opportunities. For example, she could discover a hidden talent for reselling or gain insights into managing her finances more effectively. These experiences can be transformative, turning a temporary challenge into a stepping stone for personal growth. It's worth noting that your suggestion should always come from a place of respect and understanding. Avoid making her feel judged or inadequate for needing help. Instead, focus on the positive outcomes of this solution, such as increased independence, financial stability, and a renewed sense of empowerment. This approach not only addresses the immediate issue, but also strengthens your connection by showing that you care about her long-term well-being. Ultimately, encouraging her to consider selling personal items is about more than solving a financial problem. It's about fostering a mindset of resilience and resourcefulness. It's about helping her see that she has the tools and strength to overcome challenges, even without relying on external support. By guiding her through this process with empathy and respect, you're not just addressing her current needs, you're helping her build a foundation for a more confident and self-reliant future. A woman who values personal growth and independence will likely appreciate this approach. She'll see your suggestion not as a refusal to help, but as a gesture of respect for her capabilities. And by aligning your actions with Stoic principles of integrity and empowerment, you demonstrate that you're a partner who values both her and the relationship on a deeper level. Chapter 6. Set boundaries for financial requests. Setting boundaries around financial matters is not just about protecting your resources, it's about defining the terms of respect and balance in your relationship. When you establish these boundaries, you communicate your values and assert your individuality, ensuring that the relationship is built on mutual understanding rather than financial expectations. It's a conversation that might feel uncomfortable at first, but it's essential for fostering a healthy dynamic. One way to set boundaries is by being upfront about your principles. For instance, you might say, "I value our relationship deeply, but I also believe it's important for both of us to maintain financial independence." It's not just about the money, it's about ensuring we are both contributing equally to this partnership. Statements like these frame your boundaries in a way that emphasizes respect and shared responsibility. The Stoics believed that integrity was central to a virtuous life. Epictetus said, "Know first who you are, and then adorn yourself accordingly." By setting financial boundaries, you're affirming who you are and the principles you live by. You're showing her that while you care for her, you also value fairness and balance. This isn't about withholding support, but about ensuring that the relationship is rooted in mutual respect rather than dependency. Boundaries also create opportunities for deeper conversations about values and priorities. How does she view financial independence? What are her expectations in the relationship? These discussions can provide clarity and strengthen your connection, as you both navigate these issues with honesty and empathy. It's equally important to recognize and address your own discomfort with setting boundaries. Many men fear that saying no to financial requests might lead to conflict or even the end of the relationship. But as Marcus Aurelius noted, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. D1. Being a good partner doesn't mean saying yes to every request. It means staying true to your principles while treating your partner with kindness and respect. When you set boundaries, you also test the health of your relationship. If she respects your limits, it's a sign of maturity and a willingness to collaborate. She understands that a relationship is a partnership where both parties contribute equally, not just financially, but emotionally and practically as well. However, if she reacts negatively, such as becoming manipulative, angry, or dismissive, it could indicate deeper issues. A partner who truly values you will appreciate your honesty and work with you to find solutions that respect both of your boundaries. It's also worth noting that setting boundaries doesn't have to come across as defensive or accusatory. The tone of the conversation matters. Instead of saying, "I'm not giving you money because I don't trust you," you could say, "I think it's important for us to handle our finances independently to ensure we both feel empowered in this relationship." This reframing turns the conversation into a discussion about shared values rather than a conflict over money. When you establish boundaries, you also pave the way for exploring alternative forms of support. For example, if she's facing a financial challenge, you could offer non-monetary assistance, such as helping her find resources, brainstorming solutions together, or even providing emotional support. This shows that you care without compromising your principles, reinforcing the idea that your relationship is about collaboration rather than dependency. Boundaries also serve as a filter, helping you identify whether the relationship is built on genuine connection or materialistic expectations. If her reaction to your boundaries is negative, if she withdraws, becomes critical, or starts questioning your commitment, it might reveal that her interest in you is more transactional than authentic. On the other hand, a positive response demonstrates maturity, understanding, and a shared commitment to building a balanced partnership. The Stoics often emphasized that adversity is an opportunity for growth. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." By addressing financial boundaries head-on, you're not avoiding conflict, you're navigating through it to build a stronger foundation for the relationship. You're turning what might seem like an obstacle into an opportunity to deepen your understanding of each other. Finally, setting boundaries isn't just about protecting your resources, it's about protecting your peace of mind. When you clearly define what you're comfortable with, you eliminate the stress and resentment that can arise from unmet expectations or perceived imbalances. You're ensuring that the relationship remains a source of joy and support, rather than a drain on your emotional and financial well-being. In the end, a woman who truly values you will respect your boundaries and appreciate your honesty. She'll see your decision not as a refusal to support her, but as a commitment to maintaining fairness and respect in the relationship. And by staying true to your principles, you're not just safeguarding your resources, you're ensuring that the relationship is built on a foundation of mutual understanding, respect, and shared values. Chapter 7. Use the situation as a relationship test. Refusing a financial request isn't just a decision, it's an opportunity to gauge the true nature of your relationship. How she reacts to your refusal can provide valuable insight into her character and the depth of her feelings for you. If she becomes angry, manipulative, or distant, it's a red flag that her interests might be rooted more in what you can provide than in who you are as a person. However, if she respects your decision and values your reasoning, it's a strong indicator that she sees the relationship as a partnership based on mutual respect and understanding. When a woman reacts negatively to a financial boundary, it's worth exploring why. Is she someone who struggles with entitlement, or has she been conditioned to equate financial support with care and commitment? While it's important to show empathy for her perspective, it's equally crucial to maintain your own boundaries. A healthy relationship thrives on balance and reciprocity, not one-sided transactions or expectations. The Stoics taught that challenges are not obstacles but opportunities for growth and clarity. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." By saying no, you're not just asserting your boundaries, you're creating a situation that reveals her true priorities and the foundation of your connection. A woman who truly values you will appreciate your honesty and integrity, even if it means adjusting her expectations or finding alternative solutions. It's also important to pay attention to how she communicates during this moment. Does she engage in a mature, respectful conversation, or does she resort to guilt trips, passive-aggressive comments, or overt demands? A mature partner will be open to discussing the matter calmly, seeking to understand your perspective while sharing her own. She may even admire your ability to stand firm, viewing it as a sign of strength and self-respect, qualities that enhance your appeal rather than diminish it. On the flip side, if her response is to withdraw emotionally or lash out, it may be time to reassess the relationship. Relationships built on genuine connection and respect can withstand moments of disappointment or unmet expectations. If financial support is a deal breaker for her, it raises questions about her long-term intentions and whether your values align. The Stoics believed that adversity reveals true character. Epictetus advised, "Difficulties show what men are." In the context of a relationship, difficult conversations, like saying no to a financial request, can show what both partners are truly made of. This moment can become a defining point where you both learn more about each other and the relationship's resilience. Additionally, using this as a test doesn't mean approaching it with a confrontational mindset. Instead, view it as an opportunity to deepen understanding and foster mutual respect. For instance, you could say something like, "I want us to approach this together, but I also believe in maintaining fairness and balance. Let's discuss other ways we can address this situation without compromising our principles or independence." Framing your response this way opens the door for collaboration rather than conflict. Finally, consider how you feel after the conversation. Do you feel respected and understood, or do you feel pressured and manipulated? Your emotional response is just as revealing as hers. Trust your instincts and remember that a truly supportive relationship should leave you feeling valued, not drained. When handled thoughtfully, moments like this can strengthen your bond and set the tone for a healthier, more balanced dynamic moving forward. And if the relationship doesn't survive the test, it's better to learn that sooner rather than later. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight." A relationship that crumbles under the weight of a single no is one that likely wasn't built to last. In the end, a woman who genuinely cares for you will respect your boundaries, appreciate your honesty, and work with you to find solutions. This type of connection isn't just fulfilling, it's also aligned with Stoic ideals of balance, mutual respect, and integrity. By standing firm in your values, you not only preserve your own self-respect, but also create the conditions for a relationship that thrives on genuine connection rather than transactional exchanges. Saying no to financial requests doesn't have to jeopardize your relationship. By applying these Stoic-inspired strategies, you can maintain your integrity while fostering respect and understanding. Remember, the goal isn't to withhold, it's to empower both yourself and her to build a relationship based on mutual respect and independence. If you've ever faced this situation, share your story in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who might need it. And as always, keep striving for balance and wisdom in every aspect of your life.